Hey guys, today I'm going to share with you some things I learned while I was doing the Easter Noble Garden event for WoW. I'm hoping with giving you some of these pointers that I learned that, whenever the event comes up next year, I'll be able to help you guys out. These aren't in any particular order, they're just things I learned. Alright, number 1, be patient. I spent a lot of time getting angry because people were just being so rude. People will be camping, and if you don't know what camping is, it means that they're standing in one place waiting for the egg to respawn. Eggs respawn any time between 15 seconds to 30 seconds, just depending. People will take eggs right out from underneath of you. Even if you saw that egg first, as they see you going for it, they're going to go for it. The unfortunate thing about this game is that there are a lot of rude people on it. Not everybody is rude. In fact, you will encounter people that are awesome, but the first day you have to definitely be patient. Throughout this entire event it'll get easier, but you have to be patient. Number 2, if you intend to start the first and second day of the event, you have to camp. I know that sounds silly because a lot of people are like, oh no, you have to run around, camping is stupid, but it's so crowded in most areas, not all areas, but the first day I was in Razor Hill in Durotar, so yikes. I've also heard it was really bad in Goldshire, the other really small area that's in the Alliance side that's equal to Durotar. But yeah, you'll have to camp, and I was spam clicking constantly because sometimes there'll be people near you also camping for the same egg, or there'll be people camping for a different egg but they think they can get yours. So I was to the point where I was spam clicking. Eventually people get discouraged and they leave you alone, but the first and second day I was camping. Now typically I don't recommend this for my next reason. Number 3, after the first 2 days you should really move around. Camping is not recommended because it actually minimizes the amount of eggs you'll get. The first and second day, it's really hard to get eggs any other way. The days after that, it's really a better idea to run around and hunt for eggs as Blizzard intended the game to be, because I've heard people running around can get up to 60 eggs a minute. So, you really decrease your chances whenever you're camping. Along those lines, if you're running around, for number 4, if you're running around, it's going to increase your chances to get rare items. I was running around, I got about 7 pets in the same day. I was able to give them all away for friends, plus get my max amount of what you're allowed to have for the pets. So it really increases your chance to get rare items. The next item on my list is, I know a lot of people like to farm to try to get the mounts several times so they can sell them, but if this is your first time doing the event, make sure that you get all the items you want first. I know it might sound like a silly common sense thing, but sometimes people get so wrapped up in farming, they forget that they haven't actually gotten the item for themselves. So if you want any of these items, get them for yourself first, and then worry about farming later. And in my experience, the mounts are the biggest thing to farm, because a lot of the times people don't want the clothing or the pets, which kind of stinks, but yeah, you'll make your max amount of money on the mounts. Next item, I have 12 items, by the way. I know, I'm just so organized right now. I'm actually looking, I wrote everything down, but I keep looking at the computer to see what I have not mentioned. Okay, here's the next one. A lot of the things I'm talking about are etiquette related, and people are going to look at me like, why are you saying that? But honestly, it made my experience a lot better when I followed these items, and it stressed me out a whole lot less. And I have really high anxiety, so yeah, it helped. Alright, so say you and another person both saw the same egg, and you run for it. Let the other person have it. What? Not getting any more eggs? Well, think about it. Think about how you'd feel if you and another person were running for an egg and they just took it right from you. Wouldn't you be upset? Wouldn't it be frustrating? I would say just give it to the other person, because it's going to be frustrating to them if you get it, but it's going to be frustrating to you if you fight for it and don't get it. So Just let the other person have it and move on. In the end, you'll get the eggs you need, as long as you're dedicating a lot of time to this event. I was able to dedicate some of my time to the event and some of my time to doing things I wanted to do, and I was fine. So, just remember not to be greedy. There are other people that exist on the other end of that screen. The next thing is when you're running around, you're going to end up picking a spot that feels the most comfortable to you, you know, an egg path, you know, where you run around in certain areas that you check for eggs. You may not even check for all the eggs, but you might take the certain path. Well, for me, there were people running behind me and taking the eggs right before I took them, like they were following me on my egg path, and it became very frustrating. So if you see that another person is starting to do that, or if they're just on the same path as you, change up your path, because it's not going to feel any better if you guys are constantly fighting for the same eggs and you're not getting them. So change up your path a little. I had to do it sometimes 5 times while I was camping. I say camping, but it's not actually camping, while I was searching for eggs. So, yeah, it just minimizes frustration. The next item is number 8, which, it's number 8 on my list. It may not be number 8 on the actual list because I've been saying some of these things out of order. Next item, don't be a jerk. I have noticed people using their speed abilities to run past a person and get the egg first. I've noticed people using their flight forms to be able to just swoop down and take items. That's awful. I mean, how would you feel if you were on the other end of that? You found an egg, you were going for it, and then just somebody in their flight form just swoops down and takes it from you. They may not even have seen that egg first, but it doesn't matter because they have the abilities to do it. I've heard so many people bragging about using their abilities to get eggs. Honestly, to me, that doesn't make you look like you're cool or like, wow, you got so many eggs. It makes me say, oh my gosh, this person's a douchebag because not everybody has the same ability to do that. You're making it unfair. You're being a jerk. There are other people on the other side of that screen. You're not fighting NPCs. You're fighting other people. Remember that. Remember that people exist, not only just you. Don't be a douchebag. Okay, next item. Wait until after the event is over to put things on the auction house. I know it might clog up your bank a lot. It might be an inconvenience, but honestly, when people are still doing the event, they're still in hopes that they can get the items they want. So they're not going to be searching the auction house, or at least very few of them are going to be searching the auction house for those items. Wait until after the event and then sell them. The day after the event, I started selling my items, and a lot of them sold fast. The clothing doesn't sell so well, but the mounts do. The next thing is check to see what the going rate for whatever item you're selling is. This goes for anything, but I'm putting this on here specifically just because that's my experience so far. Check for the going rate of what you're selling and sell slightly under that. Because if you're selling over that, people are going to go for the cheaper item. So then whoever is selling it the cheapest is going to get the gold. So, yeah. Like, people are selling the Spring Strider for about 5,500 gold. I sold my first Spring Strider for 700 gold. I know. Oh, why would you do that? And my second one for about 1,000. And they both went super fast. And my third one sold for 2,000. So I upped the price a little bit, but I still kept it way under the 5,500. You don't have to put it as low as me, because I don't want you to get ripped off, but think about it that way. And people were like, well, why do that? Because then they're going to relist it, you know, and get more money from it. Well, they might do that, but you still got your gold. You still got your money. So what does it matter what they relist it for? You still got your money. Ta-da. Alright. The next item is be generous. I got a mount for myself, and I proceeded to get mounts for my friends because I knew that they didn't have the time to do the event that I did. So I was generous. I probably got an upwards of 6 or 7 mounts. I gave 2 of them to friends, 1 for myself, and sold the rest. You know, it's really a good time of the year to be generous, you know. If people need the achievements, even if they're random people, help them get the achievements. Do this event with friends. You know, trade with one another. Just make this a fun experience for not just yourself. Make it a fun experience for other people too. The next item is have a lot of bag space. I had made a blood elf during this event and didn't know that the event was going on where I was where the blood elf had to go, and then I was like, oh well, I'm gonna do the event on my blood elf. Well, I did that, but I didn't have a lot of space for this stuff, so you know I had to definitely upgrade my bags. It's really recommended that you have a lot of bag space, because whether you're getting items for yourself or farming, those items take up space. And with me, I was like collecting the eggs, but I wasn't opening them right away, so I would like have 25 eggs in my bag that I hadn't opened yet, so yeah. The next thing is be level 20. Yeah, I know, new players, you're probably super excited an event happened right as you came into this, but it's really recommended to be level 20. Some of the achievements you can't get unless you're level 18, and the mount, you can't even get it. You can't buy it if you're not 20. And I've never seen it even drop, because I started doing this event under my blood elf whenever she wasn't even level 20. I think she was level 9. And until she hit level 20, the mount didn't drop for me. So I don't think the mount actually drops unless you're level 20. So be on the safe side, be level 20. And that's pretty much it. I know it's kind of silly to make a video about the event after the event, but I'm hoping that this will help people out, and it was really fun learning this kind of stuff, so I missed the event already. It's not been gone very long, but I miss it already. I had a lot of fun, and I hope that those who participated had a lot of fun too. And yeah, here's looking forward to the next event, I guess. If you want more videos like this, me just giving you advice about a certain subject, let me know, because I like doing stuff like this. I just don't do it very often because it requires organization. But yeah, I will be happy to do it for you, and I hope you'll have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.